I would like to warmly welcome you to our presentation regarding the new senior reforms and more specifically Year 10 Pathways selections for 2023. My name is Natasha Berry and I will guide you through the following slides that will support students and their families in making an informed decision about their future. In the spirit of reconciliation, Staunton College acknowledges the traditional custodians of country throughout Australia and their connections to land, sea and community. We would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which Staunton College is located. We pay our respects to their elders, past, present and emerging. We also extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people viewing this presentation. The purpose of this presentation is to A. Support students and their families to understand the pathway options available to them in 2023. B. To understand the changes being made to the Victorian senior secondary education system. C. To encourage pathways conversations between students and their parents or guardians or families. And finally, to support students in making an informed decision that will support their goals post-secondary schooling. On this slide, I would like to introduce the members of the Year 10 Senior Pathways team. These staff members will be available to support students and their families in further pathway discussions or direct them to the most appropriate person if needed. Chris Wilson, our VET coordinator, Naomi Bartley, EAL and High Abilities Coordinator, Sarah Jane Phillips, our current Year 10 Year Level Coordinator and Year 10 Sub-School member, Alexander Gang, our current Learning Coordinator and Year 10 Sub-School member, Ashley Bolger, one of our Careers Practitioners, Claire Mann, Leading Teacher and Year 10 Sub-School member, and finally, Loretta Kasher, Student Support Manager and Year 10 Sub-School member. Victoria's senior secondary education is changing. Victoria is transforming the delivery of senior secondary education with the introduction of a single senior secondary certificate that will offer greater access to quality vocational and applied learning pathways for all of our students. The senior secondary education reforms aim to provide access to education and training that is relevant, engaging, and that delivers in-demand skills for the future world of work, ensuring that students can access education that leads to employment. As a result of the Firth Review into senior education, recommendations were made to align the options for senior secondary. This has meant that as of 2023, a new pathway option will be available to our students. The new VCE vocational major will replace the current intermediate and senior VCAL certificates and sit within the VCE program. This essentially means the VCE will recognise different students equally. The Victorian Certificate of Education, or VCE, is Victoria's senior secondary qualification. It opens pathways to university, higher level TAFE or VET certificate courses, apprenticeships, traineeships and the workforce. The VCE is expanding to include the vocational major, which is a 2-year vocational and applied learning program. As mentioned, it will replace the senior and intermediate VCAL from 2023. The VCE vocational major will develop your personal and practical life skills. It will help to prepare you for the next important stage of your life. It is important to note that no changes will be made to the current VCE program. The VCE stands for the Victorian Certificate of Education. The VCE offers a direct pathway to university and can provide you with an ATAR. The VCE course is made up of studies and units, some of which must be studied as a sequence. A study is a subject, for example, English or biology. It is made up of 4 units, Units 1, 2, 3 and 4, each of which is a semester in length. Units 1 and 2 are studied in Year 11 and Units 3 and 4 studied in Year 12. For most of our students, VCE is completed over 2 years. Students usually study from 20 to 24 units in Years 11 and 12. At Staunton College, majority of our students will study 5 subjects in Year 11 and 5 in Year 12. Depending on the study you select, there will be school-based assessments and/or external assessments. School-based assessments are set by your teacher and include school-assessed coursework, known as SACs. These are completed at school, and school-assessed tasks, known as SATs. These are completed at school and at home. These are all marked at school. Assessments can include tests, essays, reports, reviews, creative tasks, visual presentations, media analysis, annotated folios, empirical research activities, oral presentations, data analysis, case studies, and performances. External assessments are set and marked by the VCEE. They are the same for all students taking the same VCE study. Usually, this will be in the form of an exam, whether written, oral, performance, or in an electronic format. Exams are held each year in October and November for students studying Units 3 and 4. The VCE vocational major will be recognised internationally, be valued by employers, and will build on the strengths of VCAL, including providing the following things: flexible timetables that allow students to study at school, TAFE and work, opportunities to experience real-life workplaces, subjects that build student skills and prepares them for life after school, and greater access to high-quality vet learning either in school, at a neighbouring school, or at a local TAFE. The VCE vocational major offers a pathway into apprenticeships, traineeships, further education and training, university through alternative entry programs, and employment. To obtain your VCE vocational major, you must successfully finish at least 16 units, including 3 VCE VM literacy or VCE English units, 2 VCE VM numeracy or VCE mathematics units, 2 VCE VM work-related skills units, 2 VCE VM personal development skills units, and finally 2 vet credits at Certificate 2 level or above, which works out to 180 nominal vet hours. You must also complete at least 3 other Unit 3 and 4 sequences. This means 3 other full year studies at a Year 12 level. You can do other VCE studies or vet. You will apply knowledge and skills in practical settings such as workplaces. You'll do community-based activities and projects that involve you working in a team. You can also receive credit for on-the-job learning. Your teachers will assess your progress through a range of different activities and assessments. If you study the VCE vocational major, you will not receive an ATAR. This is because there is no external assessments apart from the General Achievement Test, also known as the GAT, and in some scored VCE vet programs. Majority of our students will finish their VCE vocational major over 2 years. When you've completed your course, you will receive a Victorian Certificate of Education with the additional words vocational major. Students who complete the VCE vocational major will need to secure a VET placement in order to successfully meet all outcomes and pass their senior secondary certificate. Vocational education and training supports our students to develop technical skills through specialised training for a specific job or industry. Studies are undertaken through nationally recognised industry-developed training packages or accredited courses. So why do our students study a VET? It develops students' employability skills, which can include communication, teamwork, problem solving, and self-management. It can also provide careers in the fastest growing industries, including healthcare, scientific and technical services, construction, education and training, as well as food services. All VET studies and courses are delivered, assessed, and certified by registered training organisations. For further information regarding VET and VET options, please visit the Get VET Student Guides as published by the VCEE. The Victorian Pathway Certificate, or VPC, is an inclusive Year 11 and 12 certificate that will meet the needs of the minority of students not able or ready to complete a certificate at the VCE level. This pathway option will be identified by the school for the most appropriate students. Please note that this pathway is not recognised as a senior secondary certificate. For further information regarding the pathways options mentioned in this presentation, please visit the Where to Now Student Guide as published by the VCEE. Along with this presentation, a Google form has been sent for all students to indicate their preference between either VCE or VCE vocational major. This is due by Wednesday, the 8th of June, 2022. It is vital that it is completed before the due date. Once all student preferences are in, the Year 10 Senior Pathways team will review these preferences and make a school-based recommendation. Families and students will then be contacted via Zuno to confirm their pathway selection or indicate the need for further discussion. In Term 3, further course counselling will take place where selections will be made in regard to subjects. I would like to sincerely thank you for taking the time to watch this presentation with your child and support them by engaging them in pathway discussions for 2023. We hope that this presentation has provided you with the information that will best help your child make an informed decision about their future. As mentioned earlier, should you wish to discuss any information presented further, please feel free to contact a member of the Year 10 Senior Pathways team, who will be happy to answer any questions or direct you to the correct staff member. Thank you.